Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I will be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Raiden Shogun. Raiden was not used to be woken up in the middle of the night by the sounds of screaming, no less. So of course it's a weird experience, and she's quite startled herself. And when she looks down, when she sat up and finds you hiding beneath your blanket, it's like her heart almost breaks for you. She puts a hand on your shoulder, utterly gentle and sweet. Lion, are you alright? It seems like you're having a nightmare. Would you like to talk about it? She asks, her voice as sweet as honey, and it's able to tear you away from the nightmarish scenarios in your head. But you still shake your head regardless, and she respects that. She wraps an arm around your waist, your movement slow and gentle, allowing you space to move away if needed. And she doesn't press further on the issue. Instead, she hums. She pulls you close to her body, letting you nestle into her chest, humming to you. A is not one to give you empty words of reassurances, especially if she does not know what you're fearing. So if you cannot talk to her, then she shall try to soothe you. She wants you to feel better in any way possible, and if you do not want to sleep, she will not force you either. She will spend the night with you, however you please, and she will offer her comfort in the way that she feels reasonable. And once you're able, she knows you will come to her and talk to her about your fears and nightmares. But right now, if you don't want it, then the right time has yet to come. Venti? Venti woke up rather startled, scared to death by the scream that he heard, almost screaming himself when he comes awake. Lion, is everything alright? He says, but then the startled state of his mind and the haze that's been there completely blows over when he sees your curled up figure on the bed and the way that you're crying into your knees, trembling. And then a sudden wave of calm descends upon him, and he goes quiet, trying to get his bearings, to be more stable, because right now it's what you need. He holds both of your hands gently and squeezes them with his own. Lion, I don't know what you dreamt about, but whatever it is, I promise you, it's only a dream. I'm right here. I won't let anything happen to you. You have to trust me on that. He says. He doesn't know what it is that you're going through, but he knows and can believe from the bottom of his heart that he will do anything within his might to change it, to make sure that there are smiles instead of tears. And as he takes you into his arms gently, hoping that you do not object, which you thankfully don't, he strokes your hair and sings a little song, telling you that you will be alright. And if he stays all night without sleep watching over you, when you finally manage to go to sleep again, it's because the feelings in the wind and the sound of your scream and your sobs would not leave his mind, haunting him and making him unable to go back to sleep. Furina had no idea that she would be waking up like this, and she was startled. She actually screamed as well, and almost fell off the bed, until she saw you. And it's like her eyes had finally cleared up when she saw you. Oh, Lion, is everything alright? I'm rather worried about you. What scared you, my darling? She asks. She is not usually so tactful, and she may be a miss herself, but she can't watch this. It almost breaks her heart. And that's why she hugs you. It's a little bit quicker than you would like, and maybe initially it gives you a startle. But then you find yourself melting into it, crying into her arms and telling her everything. And Furina is ever so patient, always willing to listen. You'll be alright, my love. I promise you. I may not have the power that you imagined me to have, but I will never let anything bad happen to you. I promise you. You trust me, right? She asks, and you give her a nod as she holds you so tightly and so close. And she does pull you when you want to go to bed again, kissing all over your face and your cheeks, making sure to bring a smile to your precious face. After all, she does not want you to go to sleep when you're sad like this, and not when those tears were the last thing that your face would experience. Neuvillette. Now, Neuvillette, he'd almost pushed you off the bed because of how startled he was. But then he caught you, and you were crying. You almost screamed once again, and there were a lot of apologies between the two of you. But you were just a crying mess afterward, and there was a huge, huge pit of guilt inside of his heart. My dear Ryan, my love, what happened? What bothered you so much and scared you so greatly? You couldn't say a word, and you could only wipe away your tears with a handkerchief, looking into your eyes. My darling, I'm so sorry that you've experienced this, and that you were so afraid. I wish I was able to prevent it. But please, feel free to talk to me. I need to understand what scared you so greatly, so I can help you, he said, and you could see how genuine he was, how much he was so desperate to help you, and to make sure you're not feeling this way any longer. And you get him. You really do. So you tell him everything that you're feeling. You tell him what you're scared of, what you don't want to see, and why you woke up screaming. And he hears it all, holding you gently in his arms and stroking your hair. Everything will be alright. I can promise you that. You've got nothing to fear now, Ryan. I'm right here with you. Zhongli. Now, Zhongli was very, very careful to be gentle with you during times like this. He's had to deal with people for a long time. And it means that, having seen what Xiao has been through, and many other people he saved or lived with from the past, nightmares, although no easy feat, were something that he's had previous experience with. So he doesn't touch you right away. He stays quiet, just turning on the lights and trying to ground you into reality. And once he's sure that you're no longer panicking and that you're sure that you're here with him, he reaches out to touch you, putting a hand on your shoulder and kissing your palms gently. Oyan, you'll be fine. I promise. You just have to calm down. Take a deep breath, and you'll be okay. You trust me, alright? He nods, crying, but he gives you a soft smile, wiping away the tears. And he treats you so gently, like you're an angel, that it almost makes you want to cry more. You're doing a great job, darling. I promise. And I'm proud of you. I really am. He says, and once you've calmed down a little bit more, he opens his arms for you to go into them and holds you. And he swears he will never let anything scare you like this again. If he has any say in the matter, he will make sure to prevent this from happening once more.